This is a video tour for 693 East 1450th Road. Just a quick look at the road that you're sitting on. You sit on gravel and you're right on a curve here. And they've got a double entrance to this gravel driveway in front of the property. So looking at the property, there's a 3D composition roof on top and solar panels, as you can see. Walking up to it, there's a little bit of deterioration on the side of these stairs, but not too bad overall out here. You can see a little bit of fading and stuff on the paint, so it could probably use to be repainted sometime in the relatively near future, but overall it seems to be holding up pretty well. The chimney looks really good, the brick and everything on it from the outside. And just going around the side of this property, you can see that there's a little driveway complete with this sort of parking area, storage area in this shed. Coming around the back, lots of big mature trees back here. And you've got a deck right off of the back porch. A couple of interesting things. You can see where they filled in a window well here. And it's just kind of like cracked away from the house. There's a good sized crack in this corner, and as we're walking around the outside of the house, I'll try to show you the cracks when I see them, but internally, I've been inside this home a couple of times and the foundation internally is not in good shape. So walking around the deck here, you can see that this support post does sit on cement, but it seems to be leaning from the side here. It's hard to tell in the video, but it's got a pretty good lean to it, so maybe not the most supportive piece there. Walking around to the other side, we've got AC here on the outside and just a press board sort of siding here. It looks like somebody came in and probably built up dirt around the base of this foundation to have a little bit different grading going on here. But the grading underneath the porch is not really great. I mean, you can see they built right on top of like a stone sort of porch, and it's heaved quite a bit in several directions there. Okay, so coming around the side here, got a couple more window wells going on and a pretty decent crack in this corner. And you've got a couple more, I mean, you can see where the foundation is actually kind of shifted away here because I can fit my finger underneath that pretty far. Okay, so we're gonna go inside the property now that we've gotten a good look at the backyard space and the side yard. You can see that they've got 2 satellite dishes on this home. I don't actually know that they're currently using satellite. It's not entirely uncommon for people to just kind of leave satellite dishes on houses even if they're not using them. Okay, so walking inside the home now, you come in on a tile floor, and the tile's got several cracks and breaks in different places, and that's something I'll point out as we go around the home as well. There's definitely been some settling and some movement. So you come in on this little tile entryway, and then it goes on to a wood look laminate here in the living room. So textured ceilings here in the living room, and what looks to be originally probably a wood burning fireplace, and they've got a sort of like electric insert thing here now. Okay, so a little bit of pulling apart of the floor here, which again just kind of has to do with the settling, which doesn't show up as much upstairs as it will when we get into the basement. So walking towards this back hallway, you can kind of see there's a split right here between the flooring, and there seems to be a bit of a bump here in the hallway and a couple more splits there with the flooring as well. So walking down this hallway, to my left is a small bathroom, and this is a 3/4 bath. So it's got a shower, attic access here, toilet and sink. So not very big, but it definitely looks newer and nicer. The tile work in here looks pretty good. Okay. So then stepping out of this bathroom, we're gonna come back out and continue to walk down the hall. And then to my right, we come to bedroom number 1. So bedroom number 1 faces west. These windows are facing to the west, to the backyard, for reference there. And you've got same textured ceiling in this bedroom, and a pretty standard sized closet here in this room as well. Nothing too surprising there. Vinyl double pane windows throughout the property, and it's kind of hard to tell. I mean, several of these, it appears like the thermal pane seals are probably broken, but it's also possible that they're just quite dirty because they live on a dirt road here. So, okay. So again, to my left, you've got storage closet here, and just a couple more, close-ups of what is happening to the flooring. You can see where it's just gapping and things. They do have this runner going down the hallway, and it doesn't look too bad underneath it. Okay, so next bedroom here to my left, and this window faces out the front of the house, which faces east. And this bedroom seems to have a bit of like a drip texture. I don't know if you can see that, yeah, on the walls there, like almost like it was painted that way on purpose. But it's not painted that way entirely. It's almost like it dropped off when they were painting, maybe, because you can see by the window that's pretty flat, but then these like drop off paint marks are in places. So I don't think it was actually done on purpose. Okay, so closet space in this one, a little bit bigger closet. You can see there are 3 panels on this door instead of just the 2. And you have actual hardwood floors in this bedroom. A little bit of damage here to the door. Walking out of this bedroom and turning to my left brings you into the second bathroom. Formica countertops here in the second bathroom, tile flooring, and again, you can just see cracks running along the tile, which have to do with the settling and with the foundation, which we'll see here in a minute when we go into the basement. So textured walls here in this bathroom and a tiled shower. Okay. So then walking back out of this room, and just for reference, we're facing the living room here. And so to my left, coming out of the bathroom, is bedroom number 3, which bedroom number 3 in this house has a washer and dryer in it. I believe that there are hookups in the basement for the washer and dryer, and I imagine the seller just moved them here for convenience, having them on the main level. So again, it's just a standard closet here in this room as well. Hardwood floors in this room too. Okay, so now we're gonna walk towards the kitchen so that you can see that space. So walking towards the kitchen, again, just the cracked tile here, and it's very loose. It's completely come up, and you can actually hear it moving as I step on it there. Sounds pretty crunchy underneath my feet. So kitchen space, and same sort of Formica kind of countertop here in the kitchen. You can see dishwasher there. Wrap around to stove, microwave, refrigerator, and it looks like a bit of a pantry here on this wall. Yep. Okay, so pantry space on this wall. Okay. And so now we're gonna go into the basement, which is really the biggest part of this property, and I think what has stopped people from really offering on it. So the basement space is unfinished, and the seller has done foundation work, but it just hasn't really been completely enough. Walking down here, you can see a second fireplace opening, and turning towards this back wall, you can see that there are very large steel beams on this back wall, cutouts in the ceiling where they applied these steel beams. And you can see very large cracks running through this wall as well. I mean, that's just a cover up of a very large crack there. And same here. And the thing I'll say about it is you can see that they attempted to cover up this crack, but since they covered it, it has still moved because it's cracked back through. And I was here a couple days ago after it rained, and there was definitely active water, I mean a slow leak kind of coming out of this corner. The sump pump there. And this, I would imagine, goes to the solar panels. So there was a little leak in that corner, and then we're gonna come around here and see the other side. Again, just, I mean, lots of sheetrock that's been pulled out on the ceiling here. And it is a full-size basement on this property, and you can see furnace, water heater here. And you can see several places where they have, again, filled cracks in the walls, but then they're re-cracking through since they filled them. Okay, so cast iron plumbing tree going up here, but you can see they've added in some PVC pipe as well, so plumbing has at least been addressed since the property has been built. Coming here, you've got a second sump pump in this corner. And again, just very large cracks, and they had, you can tell, they tried to fill them and they've cracked back through. So on this wall, this crack runs, I mean, the entirety of this space. And you can see how much that's cracked back out since they filled it. That's a pretty significant crack. Same thing here. So, you know, they definitely attempted to take care of the foundation here, but it doesn't look like it was completely effective because it's still cracking through. You can also see where there are gaps in between these steel supports, which is kind of strange. Usually when I see these steel supports at the bottom part, they'd be filled with like cement, so there is no gap there. And when I was here the other day after the heavy rain, there was also some active water coming in right here. You can see where this kind of stain is. And in this corner when I was here earlier. So it's a really good basement space. There is a lot of room here. You know, the biggest concern being the foundation and what's going on with that. So let us know what you think.